This segment's only as good as you make it on a Tirade Tuesday on KCMO. If it's a bomb of a segment, like, I can't kick myself over it. Trust me, I have bad segments and bad shows, and I can blame myself. For Tirade Tuesday, it's not really on me. Let's start with Walter in Spring Hill. What's your tirade, Walter? Go.
That's what I'm talking about. Why kids are not proficient. And, yeah, funding is part of it. To be based on performance-based. If you and I aren't doing our job and getting results, the teachers' unions, even bad teachers, it's hard to get rid of them. And number three, start holding these little in the classrooms responsible. What they do now is they do this buddy room stuff. If the kid's acting bad, you send them to another teacher's. Be a pain in the ass to that teacher. And up.
Walter, your phone, Walter, your phone, thank you, buddy. I think your phone's off there in Spring Hill. We got to check the service there. I hope you don't have AT&T, but I got to move on, buddy. Let's go to Carl, Independence. What's your tirade, Carl? Go.
Hi, Pete. For years I've been saying that the problem is not the guns. The problem is the moral values of the person who will pick that gun up and kill with it. Well, last week, when you were in Kansas City, Kansas, the police station, I learned about the Police Athletic League. Their work is fantastic, what they're doing to help the kids out. But what that officer said was, we're building bonds between the children and the police, and he said, these are our future police officers, firefighters, and emergency technicians. What they're doing, their work is wonderful. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I want to know if Kansas City has a similar program. If they do, I want to hear about it. I want to hear lots about it so I can support it. If they don't, I want to know why not. You have the mayor's ear, so if you would please bend his ear on this. Thank you.
Thank you very much there, Carl, at Independence on a Tirade Tuesday. It was a great visit, and I did learn that as well at the KCK Police Department last week. Steve in Kansas City, what's your tirade? Go.
Hey, Pete, I was relaxing on Sunday afternoon watching former Big 12 golfer Scotty Scheffler dominate the world. And even by woke standards, this extinction woke climate change group said that they had 6 people and they were worried about the lightning striking the golf course because of climate change. And they stopped the tournament for about 20 to 25 minutes, a completely ineffectual protest. But wokesters are pretty dumb as usual, but the Extinction Coalition is the Stonehenge group and Van Gogh, and they're exceptionally stupid. So I just thought that was a suitable outrage for the entire week that lightning now causes global warming. Did you know that?
I did not, Steve, but yes, that I trust me. I saw some of the golf on Sunday, and I saw these dorks as well. Storming the 18th green and then getting tackled and then chance of USA. So well done there. I'm with you. I mean, if you listen to these people 45 years ago, we should all have beachfront property around Kansas City, and it's amazing that we don't. 913-408-7957. Eddie's north of the river. What's your tirade, Eddie? Let it rip.
Yeah, good morning, Pete. Mine's an instructional video. Whether I'm trying to change a watch battery or do an exercise, I get like 10 minutes of talking to 1 minute of actual instruction. So it's kind of like you ask somebody what time it is, and they tell you how the clock was made. I don't care about how the clock was made. I want time. So mine is just these people with these big egos trying to talk about how good they are, trying to help you fix the problem.
Are you talking about if you YouTube something on how to fix it?
Yes.
I agree, man. I agree. Get right to it. I mean, it's the same thing. It's Media 101 principles. If you are promising something based on the title of your video, damn, you better pay off that tease, and you better pay it off fast, because no one's got the attention span and no one's got the time to listen to your nonsense leading up to it.
Okay, Pete, also, is this the Bengals or the Bengals?
I'm a Bengals guy.
Okay. Well, I have people that do both. I don't care. I just wondered what you thought.
I'm a Bengals man myself. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a Bengals guy. 913-408-7957.
Oh, I like Susanna Hoff of the Bengals. But the Cincinnati football team, I could care less.
I'm a Chiefs guy.
All right, there.
Touche.
There you go. 913-408-7957 on a Tirade Tuesday on KCMO Talk Radio. Larry, Prairie Village. Go ahead, Big Larry.
Hey, man, when I call in, there's usually a few callers somewhere down the line saying, why do you allow him on there? He just, I want to jump through the radio when you bring that Larry on there. It gives me an ulcer. What I'm noticing is that the macho MAGA men are as delicate as a little flower. They cannot stand any difference of opinion. It burns them to the core. It's got to be listening to, what they want to hear. They would see. I'm macho enough to listen to you guys all day. I'm aggravated, but I'm not scared of it.
You're not aggravated. You secretly love it, Larry. Just like when your significant other gives you a little spanking at night. You secretly like it, Larry. I know you do.
Well, I do like it. I've always gravitated to a right-wing radio.
Right-wing radio.
Because I've always gravitated towards strange things.
Yeah, I'm sure that plays out in many ways in your life, Larry.
Well, what I'm saying is that these macho men are really not as tough as they think they are.
Here's what I will defend you, Larry, and say this. I do get a kick out of, whenever you do call in and then people respond to you after the fact. I do think it's kind of weak. I do. I say, let Larry get his 2 cents in and let's all move on with our day,
Hey, and I was going to compliment you because you always say, get off Larry's back. We love Larry. We want him to be maybe a third party on the show. I appreciate it.
Well, I don't know if I've ever said I love you, but I appreciate you. All right, Larry. Bye. See you later. Right. I do, people get very triggered when they hear Larry. It's like, you're kind of being a snowflake about it, okay? Just, take him for what he is. A little cartoonish, but he's got something to say. 913-408-7957 on a Tirade Tuesday. John Topeka, go, John. I got a little bit of time left. Let it rip.
If we can keep rhinos like Lindsey Graham from running their mouth and sabotaging and torpedoing Trump with the issue on abortion, maybe we can win this in November. And Larry, I love you, buddy. I love to hear your opinion, and it lets me know that somebody does have something else to say and a different thought about it, and you do intrigue people to think. And then I think, man, that's wrong.
Such a cute soundbite.
All right, thank you, John. Steve and Shawnee, go, Steve. What's your tirade?
Yeah, I love Larry, too. He's coming around. I really do think he is. Hey, listen, I'm going to talk about this thing about the Kansas Stadium. I was at the Kansas Policy Institute last night, and they were talking about it. I've been hearing from some of the legislatures in Kansas saying that everybody's for this funding through the Kansas government of the stadium. If it's such a good deal, we have a primary coming up. I think that they should put a proposal towards the Kansans and ask them the straight-up question, do you think we should have any kind of involvement in funding the stadium in Kansas so Kansas City Chiefs come over to Kansas City? And you know what? I know what'll happen. It'll crash and burn. There'll be a lot of no's on it. But, I'm not taking the word from a certain politician saying everybody's on board for this. And that's where I'm at.
I'm not either. Thank you very much there, Steve. I think that right now you're hearing a lot of that at Topeka. Oh, the people love this. People want the Chiefs. Oh, yeah. No risk to the taxpayer. I mean, it's just this amazing thing. When the promises come that big and that grandiose from politicians, if you take them at their word, you are a sucker. It's that simple, especially when it's something of this size and this scope, which has never been tried in the state of Kansas. I mean, this is unprecedented. It's cliche, but it really is unprecedented when you look at the size and the scope of what they're trying to do. So the devil's always in the details. And here's the thing. We have none of those yet. None of them. A single detail. We don't have a star bond district. We don't have a rendering. We don't have a location. But don't worry, it's the greatest thing you've ever seen. Stop asking questions. No, it's not how it works. Sorry.